Hey everybody. Okay, so I'm not expecting anybody on here, but I can assure you one thing. I might be late, but I won't go to bed until the training's up, okay? So tonight's training is about live videos and, how to get your audience engaged and that kind of stuff. So, this is the stuff that I have found has worked for me, and it really helps me be able to make my sales and helped me with engagement. Okay, so what do you need to do and how to get your audience to interact with us during our live videos, because they will start they'll start friending you, they'll start following you, and they'll start buying from you, okay? It all boils down to like, know, and trust factor and building that relationship with each person, all right? So the first thing that you're gonna do is a call to action. And what I mean by a call to action is you're gonna get them to drop a 1, you're gonna ask them to drop a 2 or an emoji in the comments, okay? As you're doing your video. Sometimes I do it, about a palette that I have, or, tonight I got them, to just talk about the eyeliners that they were using. One of my viewers was having a problem with eyeliners, and I asked everybody to give their advice about it too, and they really liked that. It really helped with engagement there. And this helps them to feel better and helps them start feeling more comfortable to communicate with you. Okay, so it's getting people to engage with you when you do your call to action. And that's the fun part, is, getting them to actually start engaging with you and, start communicating with you. Because once they start, doing that call to action, dropping the 1, dropping a 2, dropping an emoji or whatever, then they start feeling more comfortable to actually start to comment, okay? So when you're talking to people and you get them to do the call to action, it's like they start telling you their whole life story, and they start feeling like they're getting to know you better, okay? So that starts building up that like, know, and trust. And then they seem less embarrassed to talk to you. Also, a lot of times viewers feel that they feel shut down by other people that are doing live videos, okay? And this comes out a lot, or they feel ignored. I get a lot of times where people are just, they just feel so honored that I'm actually taking the time and reading their comments. They're like, oh my gosh, she's actually slowing down to read our comments. Like, nobody does that, and people were just like, I had 100 viewers on one time and comments coming in like crazy, and I was answering their questions and slowing it down to make sure. Now, yeah, there was a few people that were getting irritated, but I didn't care. I just nicely said, you guys are nice enough to, comment and engage with me. I want to make sure that I give you that attention, and stuff. So when you do the call to action, they feel included in your video. And, that really makes them feel pretty good too. A lot of times, I know when I go and watch other people's videos, they're sitting there. Oh, let me see. They're sitting there in their mirror, Well, let me see if I could even open it. Okay, so they're all sitting there in their mirror, and they're sitting there and they're doing this or whatever. They're not even looking in the camera. They're not even reading the comments or engaging with people that are there. They're not engaging with their audience at all. They're not saying hello to the people that are coming in and stuff. And that bothers me. It's like, wait a minute, how many times do you have to repost your comment just to hope that they saw whatever you asked or said, you know. So, for example, during my videos, I'll allow viewers a choice, you know. So we go with the, you know, I'll ask them, should we use a blue liner or should we use a black liner? Drop me a 1 for a blue and drop me a 2 for a black liner. You know, should we do a red lip or should we do a nude lip? Drop me a 3 for the red lip and drop me a 4 for the nude lips. Okay, and tonight I was like, you know, drop me a 5 if you think I should do an ombre. And they absolutely loved it. You know, they love giving their opinions, okay, and interacting with you. And this has really helped with a lot of my engagement, and it's really helped build up my viewers, okay? You know, I didn't have that many followers in the beginning, and it's really helped build my followers. So number 2, I don't say the company name. Now, this isn't for everybody. You know, I get this practice is not for everybody, but this is my personal preference, okay? Now, when I'm using a product, I don't say the name of the brand. I don't care if it's, you know, Anastasia Beverly Hills. You know, a lot of times I try not to say the brand. You know, sometimes I do. Like tonight, I used 4 different palettes. I said what I was using. So in some videos I will, and in some videos I don't. What I do say is the first color I'm going to use is Honorable. You know, I'm putting that on my brow bone, okay? By doing this, I'm providing them value and telling them the name of the color, okay? So why am I not telling them the name of the brand? I'm not telling them the name of the brand because I want to message them and take it to my inbox and have a personal conversation with them. So I know that I am providing for their needs, you know, and this goes right back to regular customer service. I'm providing customer service this way. You know, if I flip the palette around and I've said, I'm using unique palette number 2, I'm losing viewers real quick. Okay, why am I losing viewers? Because they feel like they're being sold to. They feel like they're being pitched to, you know. So, you know, how many viewers did I just lose off that live video? I just lost a lot of viewers, okay? People don't want to be sold to. They don't get on Facebook, you know, and that's why you're losing them, okay? They don't get on Facebook to be sold to, okay? If I then said, you know, I need to use Blissful, you know, I'm going to use Blissful too. Can't you see how this color pops? I've still got their attention. You know, as long as I didn't say, oh, I'm using Blissful from unique palette number 2, I've still got their attention, okay? But if I was using another brand, you know, if I named a Lorac palette, they wouldn't have a problem with it because they don't feel like they're being sold to. So they don't have a problem with a market brand because they feel like that I'm sharing something that I love because it's all in the mindset, okay? They're not on, just remember, they're not on Facebook, you know, to be sold to, okay? So, you know, the 4th thing is you want to provide value. Okay, you want to provide valuable content in your video. Because we're in the beauty industry, we must be creative in different ways, you know, to provide value to our viewers and always make sure that our videos have valuable content. You know, you can do your call to action and you can engage with your audience. So, when they ask you about your products, you know, what I do is, you know, I just as you would on your posts, on your walls, you're going to tell them that you're going to message them, okay? And you're going to keep your products low. So, like when I'm using my products, you know, I'm showing them this. You know, I'm not pulling out the box. And even if I'm pulling out the box, I'm pulling out the box like this. And I'm keeping the brand covered, okay? Because I don't want them to see the brand. The reason that they want the name of the brand is because they want to Google you. They want to do their own research on your company about you. So they want to Google you. You don't want them to Google you. You want to be their Google. You want to provide them their information and provide the valuable content that they need. So that's why you don't shout out the brand, okay? So you want to give them that valuable content, okay? Always make sure that your videos have valuable content and do your call to action and engage with your audience. Please engage with your audience. You know, as viewers come on, please say hello to them. I think it is so rude when I'm on a video and I'm like, they're not saying hi to people, you know, like I'm automatically, you know, saying hi to people as they come on. When they ask you about your products, you know, like I said, just let them know that you'll message them. I show them the products without showing the brand. I'll swatch colors on my arm and I'll say, this is what the look that I'm going for tonight. And ask your followers to share in groups. They'll do it. You know, once you've built that like, know, and trust, you know, by not sharing the brand and by, you know, spamming their news feeds all the time, they're going to share for you guys. You know, they're going to help you. So they'll share in groups and they'll invite their friends, you know, and this is going to help you build your followers. And with our company, I would say, you know, with our companies, like for these, I would be like, hey, I want to introduce you to Mina today. You know, let me introduce you to my friend Mina. All right, and then I would go into a little detail about Mina. Maybe I would give a little history about Mina, you know, and talk about why the lash was named Mina. Sometimes I do that. I just give a brief overview about that. So I do a little introduction, and then I go into the demo with the lash glue and the lashes and show how amazing they are. And I do not say the name of the company or the brand, just the name of the lash. Okay, just the name of the product. That's all I talk about. You know, and like I said, this might not be for everyone, and I do understand that. You know, I'm just letting you know that this is what works for me, you know, and why I feel like I get so many viewers and so much engagement and so many followers. You know, by the time I get off my live videos, you know, I've got anywhere from, you know, 15 to 30 friends requests by the time I'm done. You know, if I was talking about my brand or my company, I wouldn't be getting that. You know, and if I was talking about my brand or my company, my viewers wouldn't be sharing me in groups. They're sharing me in groups because I'm not spamming, you know. So as I'm doing the demos, I ask my viewers to drop a 1 if they wear falsies. Okay, so as I'm getting ready to do my demo, to put my falsies on, I'll be like, you know, if you ever wore falsies, drop me a 1. You know, if you never wore falsies, drop me a 2. If you'd like to wear falsies, drop me a 3. Okay, this tells me who my target audience is. Okay, and the direction to go in with each person that comments when I message them. So it lets me know whether they've ever wore falsies and stuff like that, you know, so that this way I know which direction to go in. If they told me that they never wore falsies, then I know the mist lash is for them because they don't have to trim them, you know, it's not hard to apply. They're an easy lash to apply. So I always recommend the mist lash, you know, and stuff. So if they ask me during my live where they can get the lashes, I tell them that I'd be more than glad to message them if they would like. Okay, so I give them an out. By saying that, I'm giving them an out. Okay, and I'm not making them feel like I'm spamming them. Hey, Marcy, the one person that's up with me. I'm not making them feel like, you know, like they have to have that message from me. I'm giving them an out, you know, by saying I can message you if you would like. And during this time, a lot of other people will be like, yes, please message me too. It's not very often that I get resistance from me saying that. But when I do, I usually just say, I like to private message you so that I'm making sure that I'm giving you the correct information. and that I'm sending you in the right direction. And usually that's a fine enough answer. Okay, so if I do, let's see, a lot of times others will, say to me, yes, please message me too. So I start getting a lot of them messages, and stuff. So that produces more leads, and at no point in time did I ever say the brand. I never had to say the brand. I never had to say the name of the company. Okay. Another thing that I recommend is a Live Buddy. And I never thought about this before, but it's worked really good. You can have your husband do it, your sister do it, your best friend do it, whoever you like, know, trust, and love. And you can always change your password. Whoever you have being your Live Buddy, you can always change your password. So what your Live Buddy's responsibility is they can share you in like 2 or 3 groups, and they can invite all your friends. So that's going to help boost a lot of, the amount of people that are on your live video and stuff, and doing the call to action is going to help boost you too, because people are going to be commenting, and it's going to tell Facebook that people are interested in what you're doing. So it's going to constantly show you up in there in the news feed. And the final thing that I want to tell you to do with your live videos is be consistent. Okay? Try to do at least 2 or 3 lives a week. At least that's important, because you want to keep continuing to entertain your audience. They will forget about you quickly. Okay? And find a new person to follow. So you can't do that. You can't let them forget about you. And you need to make sure that you stay in front of the camera. All right, that's really important. So I hope this brought value to you. If you're watching this on the replay, type hashtag replay. If this brought you some value, type hashtag value. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later for our live today. Have a blessed day. Bye.